doctor will see you now.
How the hell did that happen? You twiddling with yourself over there?
Yeah, I'm twiddling with me knobs.
Gotta love your knobs. Speaking of knobs, where the hell's Ed?
Ed can't be here tonight because apparently it's somebody's birthday. For fuck's
It
sake.
is somebody's birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Linda. Not that she's watching, but yeah, never mind.
So Duncan and I are here to, well, I'm here to yak, and Duncan's here to say, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with everything he said so far.
Okay. So anyway, hi to every little person in here. Got ding, ding, dings. I think I know everybody here. And I've already said hi to every single person in here before we started. So, hey, let's get the fudge out. Roll that beautiful bean footage, and we are out of here. No, not yet, huh? Can't do that yet. Okay. Sean says, hey, Duncan. Shields here. Come on, everybody say hi to Duncan.
Well, hello, Sean.
That's right. He don't get enough stroking.
Not these days.
No. That is too funny. Oh, Dunk, I read something beautiful here. It was just going through some crap right before the show. And these are myths about guitars.
Oh, fantastic. Hey,
yeah.
Tell you what, we'll get onto that a bit later, shall we?
Okay, we can.
Yeah, just get people settled.
Get some folks in, and
get some folks in.
Yeah, I want to talk about. I'm coming down here. Where? Oh, there he is. Beloved Abstract. He says, hi, Dunk. Anyway, I went over to his website and checked out. He's an artist, if you couldn't tell by his name. But he's got a phenomenal portfolio over there. If you guys get a chance to go check out some of his work, it's like somebody here is actually talented. I imagine more than one of you are if I get to know y'all. Beyond a hi, how you doing? But man, the guy is amazing. So I'm going to rip off some of his pictures, download them, and put them on shirts. I wouldn't do that, man. You got some amazing stuff. Just wanted to point that out there and let you know that I have been over and checked the whole thing out. You're remarkable, my friend. Bronze Snake is in here. Pluck that G string. Woohoo! Okay, we got it. I got a G string. And it whammies. I have a fluttering G string. How many of you can say that? Now you got to watch me today because I'm going to be going like that a whole bunch. Why? Because I'm blind, spanking my monkey way too long, but who's going to stop me?
I thought you were bloated with wind or something. You just let it rip.
Just let her rip.
Yeah, watch that G string flutter in the breeze.
Let's see where we got. Okay, Sean, he said he picked up one of the Peavey Predators. I almost broke that out today. I was 2 seconds away right before I sat down to grabbing that. And he's like, says, you're right, bro. Good stuff. Yeah. People have caught on, but I hope you got it for a good price. Not that pretty much any price is a good price for them, but wish you could get them in the good old days when people would sell them for $90. They would do that. You'd go into any pawn shop in between $75 and $100, Peavey Predators all day long. And it's like, holy crap. Little did I see that one coming down the road. I would have been 3 months in rent ahead of what I am now.
Why do you think there was just selling them off so cheap? Is it because they weren't Fender or Gibson?
That's exactly why.
Right. But Peavey weren't unknown exactly, were they?
No, Peavey was the shit, but some people considered Peavey the shit.
Inferior.
Yeah, I mean, at that same time, you could not show up anywhere without the stage being filled with Peavey everything, except for their guitars. It was all the sound stuff, the amplifiers, every possible thing that could be made. They made it anyway. They even did drums, and their first go around of drums, uh, the shells on them were actually built this way to like it looks like a spool of thread, and it's got a ring around the top and then a ring around the bottom, and it's all one piece of wood, all mangled and finagled that way. And boy, did people laugh at them, and nobody can find them now, and they're worth, I mean, buku bucks. Since then, they've made Chinese ones that nobody gives two flips about, but had people bought those when everybody laughed at them, they'd have some monster bucks. But yeah, as far as the guitars go, um, honestly, it was up until I did video about a whole bunch of Peavey axes, nobody gave two shits about it. Am I responsible for the uptick? I don't know. I don't know that anybody knows who the fuck I am for the most part.
Who are you?
But huh?
I
Do I
don't
know who I
you
am?
are. I don't know. I don't know who he is.
You're not gonna claim
I,
me.
I just dropped by here and see what's going on. But, yeah. I mean,
Nobody
the thing is, you got to say though, you got to
What?
admit that Peavey is a pretty wank name. I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds like Pee Wee Herman. It's they could have chose a more manly musical inspired name, not
Other
something
than just his last name. Well, they had hard enough time anyway, because I remember going through this, because you have Electro Voice, which is somehow too hard to pronounce for a lot of people. So for decades, they just called him EV, for Electro Voice. It's like, oh, yeah, I got the EV, whatever microphone or the EV speakers. And then along comes Peavey, and nobody can get them one from another. And everybody, as far as Electro Voice, EV goes, they were extremely revered high. And I think it was all the rockers and stuff with all the Peavey stuff that came out originally. They're the ones that couldn't grasp onto them, and it was left up to the country guys. The country guys played the Peavey guitars. But you would see them all the time on Hee Haw and on the Grand Ole Opry and stuff like that. It's like just rows and rows and rows of Peavey amplifiers everywhere. And every single flipping nightclub you went to, or that I went to, I should say, it was just rows of Peavey. And those
maybe all those guys geared up by going to the pawn shops you were seeing them all in.
I know.
They didn't have any money.
Somebody went along and made a bunch of money. Or everybody's holding on to them because you can't get them. And how much did you give for that thing? How much did you give for the Predator if you wrote it up? Okay. He says he got the Reactor also, which is the Telly, and the Predator for $500 for both. It's a good deal, dude. The Reactor is a bitch to find. So buku kudos goes out to you on that one. I'm going to just go down the thing because I can't read. Yeah, more people saying they should have grabbed whatever back when. The Peavey Fury bass. Yeah, Timothy talking about there's a ton of shit that they came up with that other manufacturers picked up on or copied. And Duncan, you'll find this interesting. And if anybody else doesn't know, Peavey is the first company to use a CNC machine ever for guitars. So,
Well, that would bring their costs down.
yeah. So they were the first ones to ever do that. And as soon as the other manufacturers saw that shit, they're like, oh, fuck me in the ass. Little did we know.
Mind you, having said that, there's a guy called Fletcher Guitars, and he brought out a video recently. The first video he's brought out in Yonks, and he's a real craftsman, a guitar builder, and it just makes these videos are just absolutely stunning to watch. But this video, practically nearly everything on the guitar was CNC'd. Right. And it was so disappointing because, you know, up to that point, yes, he uses machines. We all use machines to make guitars, but this time it was practically all CNC, and so that's nothing less interesting than watching a bit of wood being carved by a CNC machine. It's I don't know. I just felt bitter and twisted. Where was the handcrafted stuff that we used to love? But it was still a beautiful guitar. In the end of it was. You know, it was kind of like a Les Paul style guitar with the switch in the right place, obviously, and yeah. But anyway, I'll shut up. Carry on.
Oh, hey, come right in.
Nobody comes here to listen to me gibber on.
Oh, sure they will. I'm reading Gerald's comments and everybody else's comments. How you doing, Gerald Ray? It's always good to see you, buddy. I don't know where our other buddy is. He'll be here. If he wants another shirt, he will. If I decide to give one away today. Gil says, give yourself more credit, Scott. I got plenty of credit. I checked the other day and my credit score was 817. Not bad, not bad. But no, I don't give myself any of the other credit. If I quit lying to the credit card people about what I pull in per year, then I guess my limits wouldn't be so huge. But I've always lied about different parts of me being so huge. And what has it got me? See, people in here. We got Jimmy. Says he took my advice years ago and bought a bunch of Peavey guitars. Well, he's going to make out like a bandit if he hasn't already. Oh, Sir Timothy. He's talking about there was a show called Undercover Boss, and Peavey had the most embarrassing episode of all fucking time. If anybody ever watched that show, it was amazing. Different companies would send somebody dressed like somebody else to infiltrate the business and see how they're doing, how they treat their employees, go in and get hired or pretend they're somebody from the health inspector's office or whatever. And then at the end of the show, they would reveal themselves, blah, 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 and everybody would get big bonuses and treated better. And, you know, you see how bad your ways are and your employees are not motivated. So here, start giving them an extra $8,000 each a year, and that'll help them get a little more motivated. And okay, we'll do that. And they did that with Peavey. And by the time the episode aired, Peavey had said, fuck it, we're moving to China, and left everybody that they said they were giving bonuses to and just said, bye, you don't have a job any longer. We're moving to China later. And they showed that shit on the episode. So everybody in the world knew what fuck ups.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
Did you see that one?
Yeah, I did. I had to.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's guitar law. If you don't watch it, you're not interested in guitars.
Yeah. If you guys haven't watched it, exactly what he said, yeah, just head right here on good old PewTube, not PubeTube. That's a different site. You'll get people knocking at your front door with arms and legs
Yeah,
rest on your ass if you go to PubeTube.
don't go there. Don't go there.
I always got to think of my wording here before I get people actually busting down my front door. You don't want to say they're going to come out here waving A-15s. Oh, I forgot. I wasn't supposed to say that.
No, you're not allowed to say guns.
I know. Well, it's fucking USA, man. We could say
Yeah.
guns. Fucking blow them all away.
I'll tell you what. I can tell you all the words you're not allowed to say.
Oh, shit, cocksucker, motherfucker.
Oh no, we use those all the time. No,
those are okay, yeah.
The other ones, but yeah, we'll definitely be off the air in seconds.
Oh yeah, there's probably a few. Has not 911? Has
911
settled down?
COVID.
Yeah, we'll just call it 911. Has that settled down yet? How do I always get in these messes?
I don't know.
I don't either, but I find a way.
You open your mouth and all this shit comes out.
I know. It's like you guys are all like people that come home and I'm the dog that's been trapped in that fucking house all day, and you guys show up once a week to feed me, and I just miss everybody, and it's like
hyperventilate, shitting and eating and shitting and eating.
Yeah, beloved abstract.
Right.
Go ahead.
Get yourself. Go on. Get yourself together. Come on. Breathe. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Pull yourself together. Let's get back to the chat.
Pull myself.
Oh God. See what I mean? Can't help you. Right, we'll try. Bronzake says Peavey lied to the woman, promised her a raise, etc. All bullshit. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Lied to every fucking person in the entire company.
Yeah.
And then it was Hartley Peavey, brilliant man, kind of a dumb fuck in a little way that I'll tell you in a second. That doesn't matter, but I'm going to tell you anyway. But for him to give the whole thing to his son-in-law, say, here, take over. And then his son-in-law to say, okay, let's all move to China. And then the company fucking tanks. It's like, man, it could have been.
It should have been. Goofy. What's that goofy impression? We're going to move to China. Welcome to Once Upon a Time. People would come to listen to your incredible knowledge of guitars and music. Now they just come to hear your stupid impressions. Look at that. What's happened? This is what Scott Grove has become. No wonder we're dropping subs like dead flies. All right, get on with it.
Somebody was asking about the Peavey Bandit, and yeah, that's awesome amp. And that's beloved abstract again, the guy with the amazing art. How great thou art. How's that? Okay. I'm reading a couple. Oh, why Peavey was such a weird dumbass. Again, he was brilliant. This is Hartley Peavey, the owner. Peavey. Got to say his name like that. It just Duncan said it, so now it's stuck in my fucking head. I'm gonna walk around, and then I got this Gibson over here, this Fender, this Peavey, and this. It's gonna be that way forever. Hartley was at a NAMM show, and I was watching that this week. Of course, it's a really old episode, but he's standing there and he's trying to talk to people, and he's got the flipping microphone. Not that this is a microphone. Hey, there's one. And not that I have to use a real microphone to demonstrate, but I will. Okay, for all you folks that know how a microphone works, if it's a real microphone, you actually, you kiss the son of a bitch. You don't cup it. You don't hold it back here. Okay, if it's you'll know if it's a real mic or not by if it has an on and off switch. Here, how's that? If you have an on and off switch on your microphone, it's a hunk of shit. Guarantee it to you. Anyway, they're not supposed to have such things. So Peavey makes microphones and made some incredible sound gear, blah, blah, blah. And Hartley, he's sitting there trying to talk to one of the people, I think it was Eddie Van Halen. because he was doing the whole Peavey thing. It was Eddie Van Halen. And he's trying to talk to him, and Hartley's got the microphone way over here, and he's trying to talk to him over here like this. Because he's got it back here, like a chick. like he's fucking Celine Dion, you know. It's like, they don't work like that, kids. And it's just feeding back like a motherfucker because the sound guy's trying to turn him up and it don't work. It's like, that's all I had to say. It was just...
Was it a Peavey microphone?
It was a Peavey microphone.
It doesn't know its own gear.
They were doing a sound thing at one of the NAMMs, and some band was playing, and they were using all Peavey gear. And it was about the same time all the 5150 Peavey, you know, Eddie Van Halen stuff was coming out. And Hartley Peavey walks behind the sound man who's running, you know, the sound for the band. And he comes up, and just as shit starts feeding back a little bit, because it's the sound man's fault, it's his fault if something fucks up. The sound man says, just as they're getting ready to introduce him from the backside, they're walking up on the guy, and the guy's like, the mixing guy is like, these goddamn cheap ass Peavey microphone fucking things. And there's Mr. Peavey like looking at him right over his shoulder.
Yeah.
It was fucking bosh,
he's going, yeah, they are crap. They can't pick me up at all.
And yeah, this fucking Peavey himself holds the microphone back like this and don't know what the fuck he's doing either. So blind leading the fucking blind.
Oh.
That's beautiful.
All right, we got a couple of questions from the chat. Where did they go?
And can you
Where did
read?
they go?
Are you able to read?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, I can read.
I can't do it.
Don't ask me to write or spell or anything like that.
I
right.
can't write, but I can. Oh,
Here's a question. Right.
Okay.
Are you going to watch the new Elvis movie? I didn't know he'd made one. I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't watch the old ones either. Yeah, is he still gigging?
He might be. I heard he's still alive.
Yeah, I don't know who. Somebody's playing Elvis. I have no idea. It's a biopic.
Man, oh man,
Yeah.
The king ain't dead, man. He just smells funny.
You're not really a big Elvis fan, are you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I actually wept the day he died, though I was only a young lad. But did I care? No. It was just the first time that an icon famous of any kind, had died during my life that I actually was old enough to try to deal with. I think that was in 1977, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, something like that. I remember. I sort of remember it happening, but I can't remember. You know, it's not like, you know, where were you when you found out he died? You know, I know I was on holiday somewhere, but that was about it.
There was one on a major holiday. It was a plane crash. I mean, a huge holiday and a decently huge band. But the Leonard Skinner plane crash that killed at least half of them was on October 20th, 1977, because that's a huge holiday.
Right.
Well, it's my birthday.
So it's a national holiday.
It is a national holiday, you know, here in America. It's Scott Grove's fucking birthday, man. It's like,
yeah.
And that's what people were bummed about, you know, and that was the same month and the same year. And 3 days later, I got my very first paying gig. So, man, it just took me 3 days to be reincarnated and my body re-infused by somebody from Leonard Skinner to make me able to play with the shit. So, yeah, that's what happened, man. I got instantly Southern and instantly amazing. Man, it's weird how it happens. Okay, where the fuck's that Elvis story? See, Bronze Snake, there he is. He's used. Bronze Snake says Bronze Snake is a big Elvis fan. He was 15 when he died 10 years ago. Yeah, August. I thought it was August 77. Yeah. Okay, now what
confused
the
me.
hell is this deal about? The day the music died. Oh, he was on. Yeah, Elvis was on the plane with the Big Bopper.
A big who? No, I thought he was on the throne
You
of
know,
the burger.
Buddy Holly and all them, and Elvis,
Oh,
and they were all on the same plane together.
oh yeah. What's it? It was Glenn Miller was flying it. Right. Who's the? Where was it in the chat? Where was that question gone? I can't remember. It's gone now. I think I highlighted it. Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried
Yes, I have.
a solar guitar?
No,
Don't think I've heard of them.
I have. I've heard about him from Philip McKnight. He talks about him on occasion. I've never seen one on his show, but if I missed it, I missed it. But I've never seen one on there. But again, he's said the name a couple of times, but I'm not sure what they even are. So I do a lot of things solo.
Right, we'll skip that. Right, what have we got? Clive 54 says, "Hit the thumbs up, folks. Rock on."
There's Clive. God dang it, he's been hiding for years.
Oh, here's a question.
Clive.
Here's a
Damn
question. A very, very odd question.
What?
Scott, what
What?
made you come back to YouTube?
When?
you haven't gone, have you?
That's a huge. Who asked it?
Jay-Z.
Oh, Beyonce's old man.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
He's
nice
probably
to-
sick of hearing that.
he must be loaded. He should have done that as a super chat, if you ask
should
me.
be loaded.
Yeah.
Go get some merch.
So, back to the question. What made you come back to YouTube?
So many people all the time. That's the main question I get throughout the week is people ask whenever I put out a new video and stuff, they come in and they're like, "Hey, it's good to see you back on here again." It's like, I only quit doing YouTube for, well, I think 2 months ever in my life. I think I just got out of it for 2 months, had my period, and then just got right back on. So there was no thing. You know, like I said, I just went and had a period and got mad at people and had my I just have hardcore bipolar excuse me, I want to kill myself. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. That thing going on.
Yeah.
And so
Go through a dark spot.
yeah, got through my shit and got able enough to come back and deal with everything. And so yeah, I wasn't gone, but 2 months.
Yeah, well,
And that was years ago.
Thanks to you, Ed had his first viral video, Dr. Groovy Goes Dark.
I went dark. That's right. I was seen with a black chick. That's all that was. It was misconstrued.
All right.
Oh,
okay.
speaking of which, just in case anybody of the colored persuasion wants to know, yes, my where is he? It'll be in a couple days. But my Eddie t-shirts are now available with a black dude on it, a black Eddie. Well, they're brown. So if anybody says that I'm anything other than fair or equal, yes, they are out now in chocolate flavored.
Yeah, so some people might call you racist, but others will just call you inclusive.
I know, I put it right there. So, and people were yelling at me because dude, you don't have any colored people. It's like, he's fucking green. If that ain't colored, I don't know what the fuck is. He's fucking green.
We want more of those translucent people.
Everything that ends up in the toilet, the brown, the green, the
Right,
anything
stop
that's-
that. Right, okay.
not people are gonna be in the toilet.
Let's see if we can find a clean question. Right.
Excrement. not green people.
Right.
They
Delta
have
4.
corn and nuts in there, and what?
Delta 4. I'm trying to
Delta bird.
I'm trying to ground you. Right.
Oh, I can't.
Delta 4 121 asks, I have an original mint condition 84 Kramer Beretta. Are they
Ooh.
worth anything or worth
Yeah.
hanging on to?
Both. If you want to make your mortgage for a couple months, yeah, you're doing good. So do what you will with it, with that information. Yeah, you can pull a couple few G's out of that. So yeah, they're back. Everybody wants them. They've been reissued for a few $1,000, and if you got an original, then, and if it's from '84, then yeah, you've got the real deal, buddy.
Woohoo!
Exactly. Yeah, it's nice to find those.
Right, Shield 400 says we need another Tonewood video to go viral.
I know.
Not
You
from
know
us,
what?
you're not.
The worst thing I ever did besides that was taking it down.
No. You took it down?
I took it down and threw it away forever.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's no longer to be found.
Oh, hang on.
The video that started
wait.
it all.
I'm going to look through my hard drive. I might have a copy.
If you have a copy, man, bring it on. We'll put it back out there again. But the thing that, oh man, that's nice. Rick, in for $20, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate that, brother. Making it rain. I needed a shower too, desperately.
Thank you, Rick. Rick,
Yes, Rick.
$20. Thank you so much. Look, it's no question. No feely farting around. He's just throwing the $20 straight at your face.
Just
Thank you so
being a
much,
nice
Rick.
guy. That's right. And where was we?
Tonewood video.
Oh, yeah. I would love to have that on here for the naysayers, just simply for the timestamp. And when anybody else had a video out about such things, just so I could say, no, see?
Now.
Scott Grove
yonks
started
ago.
the Tonewood video bullshit on this date in this year, and no, it wasn't this guy, it wasn't these guys. Other people chose to join in and to help fight the good fight, and those folks did. Duncan was right on the fucking front lines, man. Just
Yeah, my favorite video you did is the one after you saw my video, and you just just did it in your dressing gown. Couldn't wait. Just this video, and then everybody came home and started watching my video. But I did do a video later on, which was kind of like a timeline of what happened in the Tonewood and who said what and when and why. And I think there was, like, if I remember rightly, there was kind of some stuff before you, but not that pivotal moment. Yours was the first pivotal moment when people really started talking about it. And
it became a worldwide stupid ass fucking
sensation.
And that's probably been in every music magazine in the world.
Yeah,
I bet you it has.
Oh yeah. You can
the
can
Tonewood debate, not me. I mean,
Mm.
just the whole. It set the fucking world on fire. It's beautiful.
Should have set a few guitars on fire. All right. What we got?
But Scott, what about all the
I
people?
had 3 Bud Light Platinums. Got 2.5 now. Oh, cheers.
Got 2.5 now. Well, suck them slowly.
$20 could buy you 2 weeks worth of ramen noodles.
Oh, I could do that.
That's expensive ramen.
Bronze Snake, remember Bonewood? Oh, man,
there you
if
go.
I-
You could also start another war with Rob Chappers. That will go
I could-
viral too.
Oh, do you know what's sad? God damn it!
Is he
And I
still
was
around?
watching. Yeah, I was watching a video oddly of him this week too, and it was 2 days before he went to Anaheim, California for the NAMM show, which was just this past week.
Right.
And which is a 5-hour drive for me. That would have been amazing just to show up with my camera.
Just to say hi, except give him a t-shirt.
Just walk in and say hi, hand him a t-shirt. How you doing, buddy?
I'm assuming he was there simply to promote his guitar range.
No, he didn't bring any guitars.
Didn't he?
Nope.
Is he still making them?
Well, somebody's making them for him, slave labor.
Oh, yeah, it was Korean, wasn't it? But
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what, Scott. Maybe now's a good time to bring up your guitar fallacy section that you wanted to talk about.
I will. Let me take a quick look.
I think you take
There's
a quick
Bonewood,
piss.
Dr. Feelgood. I've been watching a bunch of, speaking of Dr. Feelgood, I've been watching a bunch of Motley Crue videos lately too. I've been watching weird shit. What's the strain? See, last time I was on a Triumph kick. Then I was on Motley Crue for some reason. I've been on Steel Panther a bunch last few weeks. I'm just going to catch a couple things and then.
Yeah, for some reason, the disco track "Funky Town" was turning up in my video recommendations. Fuck knows why.
Funky Town.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Funky Town.
Did you ever hear?
Go on.
Let's see. How was that? Is that it? Somewhere in
Gotta
there.
move on.
Yeah. I hate that I fucking know that. I hate that I know that.
Yeah, no, that's not Funky Town. That's a different one.
Is it?
Yeah, I think. Oh no!
Somebody tell me.
I mean, it's not like I'm a massive fan, so I don't know.
Oh, it says KDH has a real interesting video on the truth about Rob Chappers.
Uh-oh.
Yes, he does.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. It have. Oh, somebody's saying I should have went there, of course, with my to the NAMM show.
It would. Tell you what, Scott. It would have been interesting for you to go to the NAMM show just to see how many people on the booze go. Oh, look, it's Scott Grove.
I bet it'd be nobody.
I don't know.
Not one fucking person.
There'll probably be a bunch of people go. No, I don't think so. I think you probably have a few people go. Look, it's Scott Grove, and there's a lot of people going. Oh shit, it's Scott Grove.
Oh shit, here it is. Hey Rob, come here. Look who it is.
Don't make eye contact.
Don't make anybody make contact with him. He's here. Leave him alone. Maybe he'll go over to the piano section.
Right. Right. There was a question. There was a question somewhere. Where'd it go?
Then Jimmy Page walks in. Dr. Groovy, right.
Let's start a band.
Let's start a band. You fucking goof.
Right, Down4121 asks, has anyone made a single pickup that doesn't hum?
Ever. Where the hell is it?
It's on the screen. Has anyone made a single coil pickup that doesn't hum?
Only the stacked single coils, which still makes them a humbucker. So Fender claims to have, but they still hum. They've done through 4 or 5 generations. So on the Fender pickups, so they haven't got it right yet. What happens with the Fender ones is everything they do still requires some sort of bucking going on, some bucking, and they can't get the high end back after doing that. There's a way to do it if they would only do it, but they're not trying hard enough. They're not looking hard enough. It's called capacitors, kids.
Yeah.
That would change things.
Yeah.
And then they're using 250K tone pots, and they could change those, change the resistance on it and get their high end back and so forth and make them sound bright again. But they just haven't done it. They're still just sticking your 250K tone pots. They're using their 0.22 microfarad capacitors. They're using the same old Fender wiring and not changing anything. And they're trying to change the whole pickup thing, but then they do nothing beyond that to try to help the tone get back to where it was.
Well, otherwise it will be breaking tradition, so people won't like it. Yeah,
exactly.
Just book a fucking inline EQ to take the hum out, but no, can't do that.
That's like exactly what it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very easy to do, but nobody's done it. And why? Because they're retarded. I can't think of any other reason. Okay, I was going to mention, I was looking earlier, which Dunk wanted me to bring up about now, a couple myths on guitars that I found online, which I found it to be amazing. One of them that it actually asked if and this is an amazing acoustic video on an amazingly acoustic pro website. Okay, so these are the guys that know their shit about acoustics because it's the way they are. And their thing was just 2 things. Does the sound on an acoustic guitar come out the sound hole?
Well, obviously that's why it's there.
And they say no.
Which hole do they think it comes out of?
The butthole. I don't know. I understand that the top resonates, and that's what you called your soundboard, blah, blah, blah. And you mic it generally about here instead of over here. There's a reason for that. They want to get that sound as well as the playing the notes. But by God, that thing's coming right from the goddamn sound hole. What the hell is going on?
And what happens when you stuff up put a cover on the sound hole?
Now that is my whole fucking point.
Well,
God damn it! You blew my wad.
That'll cost you extra.
I've been. You blew it on me, Don. You blew it all over me. Don't think I don't appreciate it. No, but really, where did my goddamn thing go? Duncan, there it is. Where'd you put that?
It's right in front of you. It's left a bit, right a bit. That's it.
Okay, got it. Does it tickle? Guess what, kids? They make that for sound holes.
It's a Pringles top.
That's right. It's because the sound comes out your goddamn sound hole and it feeds back when you plug it in. And so you got to stick that over it. And guess what? It stops feeding back. And they're saying, no, it doesn't. So they're saying these don't work. If you've ever used one, guess what? It fucking works.
I love
So
experts.
I know. You just take a T-shirt or 10 and shove it in your guitar. Guess what? It's going to sound fine if you have it plugged in. Okay, I got to put that out there. Just like with the original Tonewood, it's when it's plugged in and through the PA system, you can put fucking foam in there or insulation and fill it full. It's still going to sound the same. And so that was the big thing on that one that I found amazing. Another one, did that get anybody going in there, Sir Dunk? Are they still going, huh?
Well, that kind of.
Well, they are the acoustic pros.
Yeah. They are saying things, but it's more or less just like cheeky responses, you know.
Yeah. There it is. Now the other one. Now I can't show it on this guitar because this guitar is perfectly out of tune. But I can't show you a warped or bent or slightly bent neck because it has no truss rod. And the next thing I was going to bring up has to do with the truss rods. So you can't take a guitar that has a perfect neck and talk about imperfections. And somebody still is asking me why I'm looking at the ceiling. I don't know. Everybody wants to come over and be a director, or I got a producer. I just need a director, apparently. They're like, how come you're always looking up like this? Well, see, it's not that there's anything interesting up there. Here's the thing. Check 1, 2, check. Check 1, 2, check 2, 2, 2. So when I'm going up like this, I'm actually able to talk to you, and I can sound like a radio DJ if I do this. So right here, that's what's going on. So
yeah, just leave it there right in front of your face. Yeah, I'm sure nobody will complain.
So I can just sit here and talk to you guys, and you guys can hear me just fine and dandy.
Oh, you sound awesome. You look like shit.
I do. Coming to you live in the midnight hour. WND Windy 1260, your number one music station, coming to you live from Indianapolis, Indiana. I know, don't quit my day job.
Yeah.
Okay. I need a doobie. Okay. The other oh, that's Timothy again. I expected that to be. Where's the hell's the snake? There he's at. There he's at. He's talking about the bunghole. Okay. The other one being the truss rod. They say, if I can get this one, I want to get it right. Da, da, da. No, it's on the other thing. Mm-hmm. Well, we all know that one. Oh, 2 of them. This one says, true or false? Taking all of the guitar strings and cutting them in half while they're on your guitar, tuned to pitch, can hurt your guitar's neck. And they're like, true. The answer is false, kids. I do it all the time. I don't loosen my strings when I go to change them. I just grab them all, put them together. You'll see some people that actually, Jeff Beck, he grabs all his strings at the end of a show and rips them off with his fucking bare hands. Amazing. And
see now,
yeah,
let's try and break it down. Let's try and figure it out.
Okay.
Why do they think it could hurt the neck?
Because they think it's just relieving so much tension at one time that it's going to somehow do something to this tree that's attached to your body here.
that's been growing for 40, 50, maybe 100 years.
Yeah,
it's been
so
on your guitar.
It's got 150 pounds of pressure from the strings, and the neck can take probably up to about 1,000 pounds of pressure. So,
But by cutting all the strings at once, they think that somehow is going to change the structure of the wood in some
the
way.
wood, or that's going to fuck up your truss rod because all of a sudden it's doing something funky to it, or whatever they think is just somehow going to damage the structural integrity of the neck.
I mean, you are going to be putting that same tension back again when you put the strings back on.
Actually, not.
Oh.
And here's how we can, if everybody just thinks about it this way. Here's all the pressure on. Here goes all the pressure being released. Here comes all the pressure back on. So, whammy bar.
Stop doing that. You're going to break the neck.
I know. 500 times do that. That's all the pressure off, all the pressure on instantly. There you go.
Yeah.
So that one's debunked, motherfucker.
I'll tell you what, though, that's going to be a terrible album.
It will be a horrible album, unless Hendrix would have done it first.
Yeah,
He probably did. He probably did.
Fantastic. Yeah. Man's genius. Oh, but he's broken his neck.
Why do you know? It's in
works.
fucking tune. After all that. Oh my God. And it's not a Floyd Rose, it's a Kaler. Oh my God. How does that work? It's so weird. See. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, yeah, my neck is just broken like crazy. It's done for.
That's a great one. That is.
But there you go, debunked. That's like changing your strings. 50 times. I've done it in front of you now.
Yeah.
And I could do it all day long if you want me to wank all day long.
Well, I remember you talking about this before in old videos where you just basically cut the strings and go, yeah, fuck it.
And I did that in the video. I just cut them off.
Exactly. But the demonstration you have just done there, it was far greater than any other.
Yeah.
Yeah. The neck didn't pop. The bolts out the back didn't fly out.
And people that argue the fact are probably people that whammy the fuck out of their guitars anyway. They just don't know that they haven't thought this through.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, I guess that's right.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people like that don't really think it through. That's why I tried to give you the opportunity to try to think it through. Why do they think this? So you get the opportunity to, really think about it.
Exactly. And there was one last one.
I think all the chat were going, well, I don't know. Let's wait for Scott to tell us.
How far out am I? Just a tiny bit.
Las Vegas George in the chat says, who are you hosting this live chat with? I missed who your guest is. Well, it's me.
It's Duncan.
That's all you need to know.
He's here every week. He's the one that makes this entire boat float.
I'm the one that presses his buttons, make sure everything works.
Without Duncan, this doesn't happen. If he has to take a big shit, then you guys have to sit around for a half hour. Unless he falls asleep on the shitter.
I'm the one who has to get on the phone with Groovy's wife every day. Say, is he drunk? Is he sober? Is he washed? Is he washed? Can you put him through this? Just scrub him down, run a comb through his beard, shove him from the camera.
It's a hell of a ordeal.
Yeah, we should do a behind the scenes video. What it takes to get you on screen. And
we should let Chappers hold the camera. behind the screens. I cannot do an English accent.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Don't bother.
Right.
Actually, come to think of it, neither can I.
He's talked too much to us fucking Yanks. He's starting to lose his hometown little cute ways that he talks. His desirable inflections.
With my pretty mouth.
Sure, you got a pretty mouth.
Right.
Oh,
have you got any more guitar fallacies on your list?
Yes, there's one more on there that says that.
Before you get into it,
yes,
everybody in the chat, you think about some guitar fallacies you've heard, because we talked about this a few weeks back. It was hilarious. So if you've got any guitar fallacies you've heard, or just stupid things you've heard about guitars, put it in the chat, and we'll come back to it after Scott's done this next section.
Oh yeah, anything that you've heard, anything you just want me to yell about, I'm there. Even if you already know the answer and you think it'd be funny for me to throw it down people's throats with the flair and expertise that I have. This other one here. Oh yeah, and don't forget to hit the like button. Yeah, that's all I need. Hit the like button. Oh, hold on. Before I get to it, folks, we had somebody buy a t-shirt. It was Duncan. Didn't you?
I bought a t-shirt.
He bought a t-shirt, his own goddamn self. He didn't say, hey, Scott, send me a shirt. No, he should have just said, send me a shirt. No. He's out there spending his own good money.
I didn't want one of your shirts. I wanted a clean one.
He wanted a clean shirt. Oh God, I ought to start fucking doing that. Just send somebody an old dirty shirt out of my laundry.
Yeah, it's not even a Dr. Groovy one. It's just a
not even a
shirt.
Groovy shirt. Yeah, it's just a work shirt from down at the oil and lube place. I actually did sell 2 shirts and a bumper sticker besides Duncan. So thanks to my friends out there, and they both bought one that had a 52 looking blonde tally on it with the old tweed amp and stuff on there. People bought the exact same shirt, so pretty cool. And thank you for doing that. Another one here that they wrote down, because I wanted to find something real quick, is why I checked all this shit out since I found out that Ed wrote me 32 seconds before I came on air and said, I'm not going to be there. That's all right. Him and his wife deserve a good night out. Instead of hanging with me, God damn it. Okay. And this is, the answer is, fuck you. Okay, so can you guys guess the question? Exactly.
Well, no.
Okay, the next one says, true or false? Okay, as well. All these are true or false in the answer. When you adjust your truss rod, can you adjust your string height from the neck using only the truss rod? And they put, no, you cannot. It is false. You cannot do that. Of course you can. That's what it fucking does. You tighten up the truss rod, and the middle of the neck, which is normally kind of like all backbowed like this, becomes straighter. Therefore, the neck comes closer up to your strings. That's what happens when they're saying, no, you can't make the strings get closer to your strings by adjusting the truss rod.
Oh, they're not getting confused and saying like at the heel end that it's going to get closer or something stupid like that.
Right. They're just saying that you cannot make the neck get closer to the strings. You have to use the things back here on the saddles, to the screws, to adjust them here up and down, that you can't do it here. If your neck is all humpy like this, the way to get that hard, I mean, you can't push down because it sucks to play the motherfucker. Tighten up your truss rod and it will straighten out, and it actually rises towards your string so you can play it.
Well, I know how you can do it. If you loosen off your strings so they sag.
Oh,
Then-
loosen them up about 10 turns each.
Yeah.
That way, yes,
That
you're
will bring
right.
the strings closer.
I hadn't thought of that.
See, I'm a genius.
You are a fucking genius. Come here and give me a kiss, big boy.
Right, okay. So we do have some questions.
We do.
Or
let
some
me answer one
fallacies.
more. Okay,
Go on,
hold them there for me. Hold
Okay.
them there. Wrangle them up. Put them in a kennel. Okay, so yeah, and if you back off on your truss rod, it's going to sink back down. Your neck will actually go back down like this. Now, if you want to know about this whole thing, the truss rod only works, that kind of action, from about the 3rd fret up to about the 12th, but it's mainly around the 5th and 7th that you're going to see a major action. You'll always notice that when you're tightening up your truss rod or loosening it, let's say you're tightening it and trying to get the neck straight. You don't want the neck perfectly straight. You want it with some relief, which means it's still bowing like this. You don't want a hump. So you want it convex, not concave, or you want it concave, not convex. There, and that's the right way. Anyway,
Otherwise you'll get buzzies.
Otherwise you get buzzies. That's right. And right through here. But if you have buzzies already, and they're around the 12th fret on up, your truss rod will do you no good. It's just like it don't give two fucks that you're trying to adjust up here.
You need to erase it at the bridge.
Yeah, then you get it. That's when you get to fuck with the bridge or start filing frets if they're uneven and blah, blah, blah. But make sure you know what the fuck you're doing before you start taking metal off of your frets. Otherwise, watch a Rob Chapman video and he will teach you how to do things like that. And
that was sarcasm, folks. So don't.
Oh yeah, that was sarcasm. And if you watch one of his videos, he actually claims he can tell you what year the guitar is made with a blindfold on if you play it while plugged into any amplifier. And you think I'm kidding. He does it. And what's funny is he does it. Ooh, scary. I don't know how it happens. I don't know if it has anything to do with the captain sitting right next to him.
Yeah, whispering. 79. What can he tell the year of a guitar if you twat him in the face with it?
Here, tell me how old my dick is.
I don't know, but it's delicious.
It's delicious. Here, stir my drink while you're at it.
Right, do you want some of these questions or not? Right.
Okay, I'm going to do this real quick.
Go on then.
There are products for people who are stupid. Okay, so don't buy them. If you buy a product to increase your sustain, quit it. Quit blowing your money. If you're like, oh, I need to add what was called a fat finger. Fat finger. That's a thing that goes on your headstock to add more mass to it. Or, oh, I need some kind of something underneath my bridge to get some more sustain out of it. I need to put a big hunk of brass or steel under there. Or I need to take the back off of my guitar and put 5 pounds of steel behind there, get rid of the whammy. So that's not just doing that. I don't want springs hindering it, so I might as well just fill that cavity with something amazingly more sustaining. None of it helps. To what degree can anything help? None that you're going to detect. Nothing, especially if you're live playing a gig. You're going to get nothing that will increase anything by more than a quarter second, maybe. which does none of us any good. If you
Probably
want
goes,
to,
probably goes through a pedal board anyway.
exactly. There it is.
Dun 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 dun. There's your answer.
Compressor sustainer. You can get a sustainer pickup, put it in your guitar. That'll sustain forever.
You know, it's about
Till
time
the battery
Boss
goes dead.
It's about time Boss sponsored your fucking channel. The amount of times you've shown off that pedal.
Oh, I know. And you know what I really, really need? My fucking wireless for my guitar. Batteries keep going dead like really fast. So I'm going to get me a power supply for this. Did I just plug in the wall?
Get a mains cable, yeah.
Yeah, and just plug that in there instead of the 9-volt, and that way I can run around wireless with the cord on me.
That would do it.
Coming out this way. Yeah. Just get me a 50-foot power cable that runs to my wireless. That's the way the world goes around. Yeah, ask me some questions.
Oh shit! Right, I've got to scroll up now. Hang on. Bunch of mouth breathers. Oh, these geez, these people.
We got some mouth breathers.
Right. Okay, I'm going back to the top.
Okay, go to the top.
Where did we start getting the questions? Taking your guitar to a crossroad.
Ooh, I've been watching that again too for some stupid reason. If you guys are watching YouTube to watch the Crossroads battle between Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid, and Steve Vai, 90% of those are going to be edited big time for about 2 minutes of content. So if you're ever showing those to your kids or you're watching reaction channels reacting to that, they've cut it down by about 2 minutes. So you need to go watch the actual whole segment. I don't know why they're editing it, but there is a long version out there from the actual film. Trust me. I don't know. Again, I don't know why, but everybody's putting the edited version on. It makes no difference to any of you guys, but by God, I'm peeved. Okay.
Next question.
I'm leaving YouTube. Fuck it. I'm going dark.
Do a reaction video of reaction videos and react. All right. Shield 400 says spring, claw, trem block, change your tone. The spring, claw, and trem block, change your tone.
They change your tone. Not enough that anybody or their dog could hear. If you was to put it on some sort of an oscilloscope, you might pick up something, but nothing that you will discernibly be able to make out.
I'm curious.
You can argue with me all you want. But
I'm curious why he brings up the claw. Because,
I know it does nothing.
Well, yeah. I mean, what would you replace it with? Just another claw. Are there tone claws out there? Am I missing something, claws? Shield?
There are Santa Claus. Anybody believe in that?
I mean, I must admit, I've never heard anyone saying that the claw could change your tone. But I wouldn't put it past people, to be honest with you.
Oh, I know. Well, you just heard it. Santa Claus and tone claws. Hang on 2 seconds, and I'll get you one. I don't
think Shield was saying that it does change your tone. I think it's just something that he's heard. Right. I'll bring up the next one while you're wandering off.
Yeah.
Gone for a shit or something like that.
Oh yeah, I'm taking a shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, Timothy Marceau says anything most guitar players say, they act like everything related to guitar is magic and not science. Yeah, they really do. Well, that's why they talk about guitars having mojo.
Well, that's the coolest thing is I think the best thing anybody can do as far as guitar playing goes is to shut this video down and go practice. That's the best thing anybody can do.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I know, but it is.
I'll have nothing to do.
Shut off YouTube unless you need to learn a song and just go play, practice. Go have a nice day with the family outside. Best thing you can do, have a life. It is. After all is said and done, don't spend your entire life arguing about guitars. It's just not worth it.
Well, you
Anyway.
won't like this next one then. Okay.
Well,
Go on
here you go. There you go. So there's the claw.
The claw.
The claw. Jim Carrey. There's the springs. Tone springs.
Look at that damn angle you got on them, for fuck's sake.
I know. It don't matter there either. And you can put it in that hole and this hole and up here and that one and on there. And here's that thing. That's made out of pot metal. That can be brass. That can be whatever. It ain't gonna fucking matter. There you go. That's like saying the ball ends of your strings would matter. What they're made out of. Oh, they ought to start doing that. Be a good way to. Hey, guitar junkie. Thank you, brother.
Oh shit! I've
Appreciate
scrolled
that,
up.
my friend.
Hang on a minute.
Hey,
oh
what?
wow! Hang on. Ooh.
Oh, you're trying to find the button? Oh, there's the button. Thank you, brother. Always appreciate you.
Guitar Junkie, thank you so much. Oh, what a great support of the channel. Guitar Junkie again.
He has some of my guitars.
I think he's buying a new. I think he's buying a new one in installments by Super Chat.
He's got some of my guitars. He my last sellout, he grabbed some. So wow. That was a beautiful thing. So they didn't have to be apart from each other.
You should have seen his
hanging with each other.
You should have seen his booth at the NAMM show of the Scott Groovy exclusive guitars.
Once again, thank you, brother. Definitely appreciate it, as you know. Okay, what was the rest of your stuff?
Right,
and I know he was hopefully joking about the whole.
Let me scroll back up. Yeah. Where'd it go?
There he is. He's got my two Explorers. If you guys don't remember, there was a Flying V2, which had some cool curves in it from Gibson, and then they made an E2, which is the Explorer, had the same curves in there, and fucking beautiful guitar. And he picked it up, and he got my Phil X. If you remember when Phil X was working with Fretted Americana, as who he did all his. That was Phil X's day job, if you will. He would just demonstrate guitars for them. And all of a sudden on comes an amazing instrument, which was a 3 pickup, 1978, I believe it was, Explorer. And you want to find a 3 pickup Explorer, and we got fucking push pulls and all this shit that is in this sumbitch, and it's one of those guitars that nobody has ever flipping seen, and nobody can denounce or disprove that it wasn't a factory job. So he kept those 2 axes together, and I'll take them back anytime. Just keep paying me and I'll buy them back.
No, Scott, we're not supposed to be doing that. Go on.
Oh, I'm supposed to be selling on my guitar. I sold a guitar.
I
sold a guitar. By God, it goes out tomorrow. It's hanging right there for the last day, and now it goes out to get shipped out tomorrow, going to Oklahoma. So my sales is on its way.
Oklahoma.
Where the wind comes marching down the plains.
Right.
The
Okay.
Grove collection.
Questions. Hang on.
Timothy says.
Old bass strings.
Says
old bass strings.
Old bass strings. Oh, is this going to be about boiling them?
Old bass strings sound better.
On what?
On bass, I assume. Round someone's neck. It says old bass strings sound better is a good one. This is from Chris Coleman, by the way. Old bass strings sound better is a good one, and oiling the fretboard too. Ha 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 ha.
People are laughing at me. Okay, of course you don't want to put oil on the fretboard. What good is it going to do you? It would just run off the plastic that it's coated with. Hey. Okay, and I'll explain the other one in a second for anybody who hasn't got the memo, and I know he has, that's why he's laughing. Bass strings, if they're rolled, they sound like this. If they're not old, otherwise they have so much dirt in them, they go, it's like, or, okay, there's that difference.
Wow.
They actually take away the note. When they get old, they get all that shit in between them, and then they're all just boom. It's more of a percussion instrument at that point than it is a bass, something that makes actual notes. And
So,
the other one was
does Boylan refurbish them, or
it does. It does for a moment. It actually, here's the whole thing about boiling is if you are a person who does not use elixir strings, which you should be, then you don't have to spend money on bass strings. Yeah, you can get months and months and months out of bass strings instead of one night or 2 nights if you use elixir. But if you don't, and you don't want to boil elixirs because you don't want a bunch of polymer going around inside of a hot boiling pan, which is your coating. If you take regular bass strings that are stainless steel, that makes a difference. Nickel ones, don't do it because they'll fall apart in the pan. So if you take stainless steel strings and they got all your gunk and frumunda in your string windings, take them all and just wrap them up, throw them in an already boiling pot of water, and it actually takes all the junk out from between the windings, all your smegma, your other shit from your hands or from God knows where they've been. And it takes all that shit out.
Bassists.
I know, you can't imagine what it leaves in the fucking pan. But and you take your strings out of there after about 10 minutes and then wipe them all down really good with whatever you have that's dry, like a Dr. Groovy shirt. And you take and wipe them down.
That's too fucking expensive.
Oh, that's true. That's real fucking expensive. Please don't give me a reason to sell you a shirt. Okay, and you wipe them down and put them back on your bass and wipe them down again. And you're going to get, if you're a person who really, really, really kills them fast, I'm going by bass player and myself who kill a set of strings, bass strings, regular ones like roto sounds or what have you, the Darios. If you have just a regular set of those, we can get about 1 or 2 sets out of them before they are fried. And yes, sets, not nights. And good God, I'm glad Elixir came along. I've still got a horde of Elixir polywebs, which they haven't made in years, bass strings here. So if you want any, fuck you.
You can
I bought them out when they announced it. I mean, I bought every place out of those things. There was not a dollar spared. Anyway, you'll get about 70% of your life back on the strings in order to play like another set. If you were that bad with your corrosion and all that stuff, so you could get another set out of them, and then they're going to be totally dead again. If you are a normal person who can like get a month out of a set of bass strings, then if you boil them, you will probably get another week or 2 out of it, tops. Week, 10 days, maybe, out of a set of boiled strings that sound like what you are used to, if that's how much time you get out of a normal set of strings. So that does actually work to that extent.
Well, I got two things to bring up about that because
Okay.
I want to bring up the sad state of economics for that because
Right. That'll kill you.
most bands who just like generally gig, in
Yes.
pubs and clubs,
They make no money.
they get paid fuck all. And
Right.
if you're talking about changing strings every
Especially
time you
bass.
play,
Oh yeah, every night at least
not
once.
not a chance.
Yeah,
No way can these people afford it.
I always change strings on my guitar twice a night.
Yeah.
After 3 sets, I would change my strings and put on a whole new set during break, and then play 3 more sets. And the
Yeah.
bass player did the same thing because there was just nothing left of him after 3 sets. Man, I mean, we're talking toast. And then he would put another set of brand new strings on, and then he would take them home, boil both sets, and have them sitting in the ready. And then this is honestly the way it rolled around. Then he'd put a new set back on for the next night. Then he'd have 2 sets of boiled ones on to get him through the rest of the night. So he'd play another set and some change. And then while there was a piano tune going on, we're playing The Rose or something like that, horrible, because there's always a chick singer. Otherwise, they don't hire you. Somehow it makes the band look better too. I don't know what the hell is about that.
It
But
does.
whenever the keyboard player can play bass on a song with their left hand, he'd be over there in the middle of that set throwing on another set of boiled strings. So we'd get a set and a half and change the boiled ones to another set of boiled ones for another set and a half. And yeah, man, that cost a fucking lot. And when you consider bass strings, even back at that point, were $40+
Yeah.
per set.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you must be factoring that in to the your fee to play the gig, whereas most people who are hiring you for the gig wouldn't understand that, wouldn't give a fuck, wouldn't fucking care.
Don't care. You have to basically pay to play in so many ways, gear wise, just wear and tear on your shit. Then okay, I got to go buy this now because that last one blew up and this one blew up and something's always blowing up. And if it's not your strings, then it's an amp, it's a pedal, it's something else, it's whatever. And you can't make a living doing this unless you're, somehow famous.
Yeah.
We're playing for somebody that is really, really nice to you because I've played a fair amount of artist jobs. And honestly, if I were to, which I did, turn down artist jobs that were like, okay, I'm going to give you $300 a week to come play with me. This was a guy named Ricky Van Shelton, if anybody out there remembers him. And I said, no, you're not. So I'm playing here at this casino right now. And it's like, I'm making $750 a week on salary. And you're offering me $300 a week to go with you and have to set up and tear down every single night. I think not. So you can always say you played with somebody and not have. That's up to you. Or you can go do it and go broke and do it just for the notoriety that you get to say, look, Mom, I'm on TV. And I've done that route too. And picking that, you go broke still. So yeah, nobody understands all the fucking money that goes into playing, and you go home with nothing basically at the end of each paycheck, especially if you drink and you have a bar tab.
Oh God, yeah.
So that's what that one is.
Okay, I'm going to try and scroll through the chat because it's quite a lot gone on. Warping neck from being in a hot car.
Yes.
Is that a fallacy or not a fallacy? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, that is. It don't matter.
I suppose the question is, will your neck warp in a hot car?
Yes, it will. In a cold car, yes, it will. Bringing you in from a hot, cold to one from the other. Yes, I will. It'll do
Wait,
it.
wait.
Big
We had
time.
this discussion with Ed last week about keeping your guitar high or low, and that's enough because of
Right.
because of the shifting temperature.
How about this?
That was more to do with the strings, I suppose.
You can
That's
take
not.
this and take it where I live, 120 degrees Fahrenheit, and take it to 20 degrees below zero Fahrenheit. Just hand it from here up to the people in Alaska and just go like this and let them have it. No troubles at all. So there's
Well,
something to be said here.
Tune it.
Well, you have to tune it, yes.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing you have to do.
The carbon fiber won't move, but all the other metal will.
There might be some condensation, from one to the other, but I mean, you can sail this in the water over to there and it's still going to be fine. So why the world isn't playing carbon fiber guitars, I don't know why, because all things to do with necks and problems and everything else has been solved. There would be no more debate about anything. So, just a thought, kids.
God knows. Right.
And the reason there's debates about everything, about anything, is just because people haven't went to what actually works. Otherwise, there would be no debates about anything. It's like, well, carbon fiber takes away all of those problems. Okay, but what if I did this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to go over here and bitch on this channel for 14 years and it's been solved. Everything has been solved. If there's something you like better about wood guitars and you like messing with the intricacies and you somehow feel closer to your instrument as a love doll or something, then sure, mess around with all the little problems that go along with it. Change pickups. I got it because of nothing. I want to change everything. That would suck. This guitar is great except for everything on it. That's not my school of things, but I've been through it, so I understand a lot of you dilemmas. And yes, I've changed a lot of things on a lot of things. Why? Because it's pretty. It's purple, motherfucker. It's like I haven't seen a purple modulus graphite or carbon graphite guitar yet, but as soon as they make one, I'm done. No more wood for me. So I found the perfect acoustic. All the rest of them can blow me. As soon as I find a carbon fiber electric that does what I want, by God.
I was trying to build you one, but never mind. Right, okay. So
you were going to build me one?
Yeah, you remember I was going to do Eddie as a guitar for you.
Eddie as a guitar would be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you still notice my paint guitar and this one are still my favorite one. So my favorites are still wood, and nobody makes 100% carbon fiber guitar that would satisfy me.
Yeah, I wish I could get
back. They have
that.
humbuckers in it.
Right. So GW Taylor says, I like a good hump. Thank you very much for that information. Beloved Abstract says, I watch Randy Star Tiger. Well done. Thank you.
You watch his what?
Where's he gone? Beloved Abstract says, I watch Randy Star Tiger.
Who's that?
Guitar guy. Long beard.
Oh, is it?
He's more beard than you.
Oh, really? Okay.
Don't spray expensive foam in the back of a guitar. Good tip. Scott, what are your thoughts about brass ebony bridge pins on acoustic?
Sure.
I feel like I can hear a difference. I run 3 ebony on top and 3 brass on bottom.
I have done the same thing. And I heard a difference. There's my feeling on it. So I'm right there with you. On an acoustic guitar, I most certainly heard a difference, and I took the brass pins out. I just put the old plastic ones back in. I didn't bother to try something made out of tusk or cat's whiskers or anything like that.
Wow.
But
Cat's whiskers.
yeah. So I
poor
personally,
cat.
yes, I personally, whether it's bullshit or not, in my head, I heard a difference. There you go. I heard something.
Where'd it go?
Oh, as far as, yes, of course, when you use the oil on wood that is porous, like rosewood.
Sorry, beloved abstract says,
What?
and beloved abstract, you're going to get a smack in the mouth with this one.
Is he dicking with me?
Does the
For fun?
tone knob affect tone?
No, only the word tone that's printed on the knob affects it. So it depends on the font that they use on the tone knob
and the color of the knob, obviously.
And the color, yeah, purple knobs sound the best.
And if it's a knob that's a skull, then you automatically become a knob.
You become a knob yourself. Yeah, if you have
yeah.
skull and crossbones on your fucking guitars anywhere, whether you have skull tuners or skull graphics or skulls around your bedroom.
Oh, here you go. Is a great one. Another one is batteries sound better than power supply.
Oh, of course. You have people that definitely swear to God by it.
Well, there is a reason behind that, because
there is a reason. Yes.
Batteries, you get a nice clean 12 volt. On a power supply, you will get a mains hum possibly through, and all kinds of shitty things like that. So there is an argument for that.
There is an argument to that, and like you're saying, it depends on. I'm going to go with this. Like you're saying, if the person has a proper power supply going to their power supply, meaning they run into a rack which has a power conditioner in it, and that it runs at an exact voltage all the time and doesn't give you 9.5 volts or 8 3/4 volts, but it runs at exactly 9 volts 100% of the time. Maybe it will sound exactly the same, but then again, a battery should make your pedal sound different gradually as it's dying out. So there you go. A lot of people I know, they love the sound of their pedals as the battery is going dead. The problem is that it goes dead right when they love it the most.
It's like the golden hour when you're filming.
Yeah,
it's just the sun
right
setting.
then.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit, it's dark.
You get that 1.5 minute window, right there. I mean,
I think one of the arguments would
be there is an argument to be made there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the arguments would be is most people will just use the cheap power supply that comes in the box that you could cost like 12 cents to buy from China.
Yes.
If you had like a decent power supply,
and people,
it might be different.
Definitely say they can tell the difference between those batteries and alkaline batteries. That alkaline batteries and the old, cheapy ass ones from China. I'm sure energizers and all that are probably made in China too, but the two different kinds of batteries make a difference because of the alloy. There's enough people that are of credibility and not just famous that bring up such things. Roy, thank you, my friend.
I don't believe that at all. That's bollocks. Volts is volts. Right.
Volts is volts.
Right. Yay! Hang on.
Oh, you get to hit the button?
Roy.
There's the button. Thank you, sir, Roy.
And there you go. And he actually brings in a question, so we'll probably jump to that one.
And he's asking, and thank you, man. Does the thickness of a body make a difference in sustain? I think the neck makes a difference in sustain and maybe sound. No, I think a thicker neck makes a difference. If there is any truth to the entire world, as far as sustain goes, and in thinking it through, some sort of girth in the neck could, I'm going to say could, not that I know 100% the answer to this, could have a possible impact on a little bit of sustain. The body, I can definitely tell you no. Too many times I've had so many guitars where I cut them in half and cut them again, and everything remains the same. You can cut them off till they look like a Steinberger, and they still, sine waves even are the same. You know, every little possible thing that can be done about it. But as far as sustain goes, it would make sense that the thickness of the neck and the rigidness of it could have something to do with it. Because one thing I think some of you guys will notice is if you, and I know this is just a huge sound hole type of thing or like an acoustic thing, if you take your guitar, hit it, and hold the neck up to the wall, all of a sudden your guitar is like 10 times louder than it was acoustically. You can even do it with the body, but you can put the body against the wall and it'll do the same thing. But if you're adding something to the neck, it would make more sense than the body, is my personal thought.
So, now, do you want my personal thoughts?
If there is any sustain to be had, it might pick up half a mile an hour there.
Now, here's my personal thoughts on this.
Because
I don't know if you remember, but I did that experiment where I took a guitar and I bolted it to a huge bucket of sand and water.
Oh, yes, you did. Yeah.
So it took all the resonance out of the guitar, and the guitar could not resonate anymore. And I also ended up taking the neck off as well.
Yes, you did.
So there was no neck.
Yes.
And through that experiment, it turned out that the best sustaining guitar is one that has no resonance, because the resonance is something that dampens the sustain.
True.
It actually it's a cancelling effect. So when people go and say that the guitar's got great resonance, that's going to be a shit guitar. That's going to be a shit guitar. You want a guitar that doesn't resonate.
Right.
And then it will sustain.
Right. Which is true.
That's my personal thoughts on it. Everybody can shoot me down if you like. I really don't care, but that's what I found out.
And Mr. Les Paul, who was quite the little genius on a lot of things. He gave us all kinds of fun toys to work with. He was a mad scientist, but he and Gibson were always out on the outs. Gibson hated Mr. Les Paul. They didn't want him around. They tried to kick him out of there for a decade. Epiphone was always real nice to him, and he wanted to work with Epiphone, not Gibson. But just since Fender started selling guitars, they're like, bring that guy with his goofy contraption back in and let's talk about him. Since Fender actually started making money off their solid bodies. And it took Mr. Les Paul to a point to where he said, we have to get rid of the sustain. It was not what he wanted. It says too much sustain. We got to get rid of that. So he de-designed the guitar in order to make it not sustain as long. So whatever he did, that was his whole thing. He goes, I want to get rid of the sustain. That it just lasted too long. What he did to it, I don't recall. Would that bring up anything for you? You know, what could a person do? Because I don't remember what Les did, but he said, I want less sustain in these if it's going to have my name on it. So how could you engineer that, you think? Or to take the guitar as he had it?
Wait, what you need?
Make,
well, from a practical science point of view, what you need is to have a it's like noise cancelling headphones, right?
Okay.
Noise cancelling headphones work by it's like listening to the sound outside and then adding it to your audio.
Right.
Sorry, subtracting it from your audio, so it cancels the noise from outside. So to do that in a guitar, to remove the sustain, you would have to reverse the actual vibrations that the guitar is making.
Right.
How you do it?
How you do it?
Using
only wood and another piece of wood.
Yeah.
How do you do or?
You'd have to have. You must have seen people when we were talking about tonewood, and people were like saying sound waves bouncing around the wood, and saying that this bounces back and increases the tone and blah 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 and makes it sound better. It has to be something where it would be they'd have to somehow tone the guitar body so that
it just wouldn't resonate as much.
I don't know.
It's odd like that, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just throwing the thought out how you
could re-engine or de-engineer it, reverse engineer it.
You literally have to make the stop the strings vibrating, and I suppose if you make everything all loose, so it's all not nice and tight. If things are tight, you pluck a string and it goes, go bing, it will just go on forever. But if you have bad connections and loose things, it will dull really quickly.
Do you think he ever achieved it? Or now his other thing was he wanted, he did not want, let's say, like the P90 pickups that were originally in it that sound somewhat between a single coil and a humbucker. But he absolutely wanted 0, 0, 0, 0 hum. So the humbucker was eventually invented and put in 1957 or 59, one of the two. But do you think he ever got what he wanted up until that point? Maybe it never happened. Maybe he never was able to engineer it to shut up because he honestly, or somebody at Gibson, I don't know the story, they started putting maple fucking caps on top of the mahogany to try to get them brighter sounding. So it's all mahogany, and then there's a 1/2 inch or better 3/4 inch of fucking maple on top to try to make them sound brighter. Weird stuff. And here's what somebody came up with. Okay, we were talking about the how sustain isn't able to get there unless we go here, right? So if we go to this thing, maybe that's where some of this shit happened. Like on the bridge, can you see right here? It's on those little skinny ass little posts. Instead of something huge like
something
back here on the back, it's just sitting. I mean, they couldn't make that any skinnier if they wanted to. So I don't know if that eliminates any of the shit or not, because it's on about the thinnest thing they could actually ever put there before it would collapse. So I don't know. So that was a weird thing to just totally say, I don't want sustain. And everybody considers the Les Paul to be the most sustainy guitar there is, but which has been proven that over and over again, that bolt-on necks somehow have more sustain than any guitars. Set necks right in the middle, and then the neck through having the least amount of sustain. How that happens, I don't know, but it's just happened over and over again. So there's that. Somebody said, hey, I didn't want to leave him out. Lonesome Dove, hey, how you doing, buddy? Okay, I think Sean's got it. Says just hand your guitar to somebody else and then listen to it. I think Sean's onto it. Especially with acoustic guitars, I think that's probably the best thing to do. Because you can never hear your acoustic ever until it's in somebody else's hands. And then, Sean, kudos. I think you're on something. Or onto something. I don't think you're on something. You still alive, Duncan, or are you taking a dump?
Well, there is that sort of like situation where you go, yeah, you know, this guitar sounds like shit, and then they give it to someone who can actually play, and they can make it sing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
there's definitely that too.
Yeah.
It's in your fingers thing.
Yeah, it's such a difficult argument, because if you're a decent guitar player, you can make any old shit work.
And that's one thing that I don't think people understand is when people say it's in their fingers, you know, tone is in your fingers, is exactly what Duncan just said. It's just a matter of, it means it's who has the fucking guitar. It doesn't mean tone is in your fingers like a tone knob is mounted to your fingers. And it doesn't mean your fingers create a certain tone. It's just a matter of who's playing the fucking axe. So I can do this. And then I'd hand it to Duncan. And he would just take the whole thing up one fret.
No, it wouldn't sound that good.
So then here's me. And Duncan would go.
Perfect.
So that's what they mean by the tone in the fingers. Just who's holding the fucking guitar. Nothing beyond that. Not what pick you're using, not blah, blah, blah. That's all that somebody should be meaning anyway when they say that. Who's got a good question? Flame tops and quilted tops. I'm not going there.
Oh, well, if your guitar top's on fire, that's not going to sound good.
This is Shield. I like that one. I disagree. You should hear the tones I get from the ladies with my fingers. Yeah, let the ladies tell you if your fingers are actually doing any good.
Yeah. Now hand the ladies to another player and
see what kind of tone she makes. Is the wee or is it? Oh.
Yeah. Maybe this shouldn't take our advice, Scott, after all.
Maybe not. Oh, you kids.
What's your favorite Kiss song?
Really? You're going to ask me that with 10 minutes to go. Is James here? I thought I saw James. Oh, no, it is James, by God. He says he's working on something for me and thinks I'll like it. What's her name?
Is he testing his fingers?
Yes. Well, thank you, Sir James. I don't know what it is yet, but God, favorite Kiss tune. Oh, there's 2 of them. How's that? Can I go with 2?
You can have as many as you like.
Out of all of them, there's one that should not be there and one that should be there. But I like both of them, and I can't pick one over the other. Yeah, I can. If I'm sitting here debating with myself, masturbating with myself, there's a song. Let's see if anybody can think of it. I bet nobody knows enough about Kiss to know this, but it was on.
They're the rock and roll black and white minstrels, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rock and roll black and white minstrels.
They were doing blackface well after everybody else was, and just doing it in a weird way.
They're still doing it. Oh, the other way. There we go. There's a song off of Dynasty. If anybody here wants to guess, if anybody can guess at all, it's going to be James Sanders.
Well, the TV show?
No, not that. Not Dynasty. No, or is that Australia that says Dynasty? Can't remember. Anyway.
Well, we say Dynasty, but you say Dynasty. But we won't hold you that against you. You carry on.
There was a song on, James says, my top 3 favorite Kiss tunes are Black Diamond, Hide Your Heart, and Tears Are Falling. Good. None of them are bad choices. My 2 favorites are actually not any of those. Torpedo Girl, that's... Paul Stanley played bass on the song on a song that I'm thinking of, because Gene was off in Hollywood. And there's X-Ray Eyes and Dirty Living, bunch of cool tunes coming up. So yeah, Gene did not play bass on one of them. Yeah, he did not play bass on Beth, that's for sure. Shock Me, Hard Luck Woman, Deuce. How do you people know all these goddamn tunes? Holy crap. And believe it or not, none of these are in my 2 favorites. One of them, like I said, shouldn't be there, which is the one that Gene played bass on. Paul played bass on. That should tell you all you need to know. The whole song starts with that. Is anybody coming up with it? Heaven's on Fire, good song. Vinnie Vincent wrote some amazing flipping tunes. Have you seen him come out from his closet lately? Anyway, Sure Know Something is the one I was just playing. And believe it or not, that's one of them. The other one I'm using clean sounds. Oh, I don't have to, I guess. he took all the strings off. And that was Lover All I Can. Wicked Fester got it right. By golly. I think that's one that they should have been playing all the way up till now. And should be the last song they ever do. Why? Because I like it so much. That's why they should do anything. By God. Blue Cheer is way underrated. What the fuck is Blue Cheer? Is that a band? Or is that All Temperature Cheer? Or is that the toilet tank thing?
What you're saying it's one of those things you put in the rim of the toilet to keep it clean.
That's what I thought it was. I thought it was the toilet thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm impressed by you guys and your Kiss knowledge. Other people are totally taken aback by it. Is that how I should say it? Blue Cheer sucks. That's it. Next week's topic, Blue Cheer. We'll do pros and cons of Blue Cheer. Okay, anyone ever get into Danny Gatton? We'll get into Danny Gatton next week. How's that? Duncan says, I gotta go. That's right. And we're gonna. Why? Because there's something to do with algorithms and 2 hours being all kinds of screwy. So I have to play goofy things with the whole 2 hour deal. So as I'm out of here.
No, I just want to go to bed at some point, you know.
I know it's like 8:30 in the morning where he's at. Everybody out there, thank Duncan for coming in, hitting heavy today when Ed couldn't make it, man. He did a hell of a job.
Thank you, everybody.
Yep. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Duncan.
Thank
big
you.
Kisses and big blowjobs and all that kind of stuff coming your way.
I'll just take the hug, thanks.
Okay, and thanks for buying the shirt, man. I appreciate that.
No worries.
Oh, no worries. He's going to take the shadow off. You don't know what that means, but anyway, love y'all, and thanks for the donations out there, and from my good buddies, and even from just people showing up. That's the best thing. It gets me again. It gets me out of my goddamn bed, and I get to come in here and have a few laughs and hang out with y'all. So you guys stay groovy. James, I can't wait to see what the heck you got in mind, my friend. All the rest of you always crack me up. I gotta go to England now to visit Chappers. He'd shit if I went all the way, wouldn't he, from here?
Don't come here to visit him. Wait for the next one.
I'll come visit Duncan, and he and I together will go over there.
Yeah, we'll go. It's just down the road from me.
We can go get Will Galvin.
Andersons.
We'll get Will Galvin, me, and Duncan, and we'll all go over just for a tea party.
we'll go into Anderton's and go. What's all this shit?
We'll go to Anderton. Yeah.
You got any good guitars? Oh, look at this! Look how easy this headstock snaps off. Look at it.
You guys ever seen?
Just came off of my hand.
This came off of a fucking Gibson. I don't know. Let's try some more. That can't be. Wow! Look at the price on that. This can't be right. Does yours do this? By God, the entire Gibson row did that. Look at this. Shit. Long live the Queen.
Thank you very much.
Certainly. Okay, you guys take care of your badass selves. And I'm going to let Duncan say whatever he would like to say and have the last word. And I'm going to look directly into the camera because I'm opposed to. You guys take care. See you next week.
Yeah, thank you everybody for turning up. This show wouldn't be the same without you because it would just be me and Scott just talking shit. At least we get to talk shit with you guys and you get to listen, and sometimes you give us something shitty to talk about. So that makes it all the more worthwhile. We really can't do this show without you. And thank you everybody for all the super chats, donations and t-shirt buying and all that kind of shit, because it all helps to support put Scott in a box and put him in his grave when he's ready. So yeah, let's all remember who we're here for. It's the one and only Dr. Groovy. Thank you very much, everybody. Goodbye. Say good night, Scott. Oh, hit the button.
Good night, Scott.